Hey everybody, this is Mr. Storm, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create your first Python application. This is going to be a fun assignment. It's worth 10 points, so it's not a big thing to worry about. This is going to build the foundation for the other things we're going to do this term. But I want to show you how to do this and how to turn in your projects properly so that we're all on the same page. So the platform that we're going to use, the website that we're going to use, the application that we're going to use to build our programming projects is a website called Replit. So I'm going to go to replit.com, replit.com. Now, hopefully you've completed the exercise where you've created your own account and you already have an account in Replit and you've maybe poked around a little bit to see what this website is and how it works. If not, that's okay. I'm going to show you step by step how to complete this assignment. So first, I want to create a new project. So I'm going to click this plus button over here, which is going to allow me to create a brand new REPL or programming project. And I want to make sure I choose Python. Python is the programming language that we are using in this class. There are other programming languages such as C# or Java or C++, or I don't know, there's all kinds, right? JavaScript. There's just tons. There's hundreds. And Replit has a ton of programming languages that we can play around with. The one we are focused on, though, is Python. So I'm going to choose Python. Now notice that it gave me a title automatically. It's called my project Second Cuddly Roots, which is a pretty fantastic name, but it actually doesn't tell me much about what this project is. So I want to rename it so that I know what my application is so that I can find it later if I want to turn it in or work on it or improve it or whatever. So I'm going to name it, let's call this Hello World. And I believe I already have a Hello World project in Python. So I'm going to call this Hello World, let's say example. All right. You can call yours just Hello World if you'd like. And I'm going to hit create REPL. And it's going to take a minute. But when it's done, it's going to have basically this, which is nothing. Over here, we have our files section. We don't really have to pay attention to these. We can kind of just ignore this. Let's go ahead and push that off to the side so we're not tempted to click or do anything with those. So now we have our screen split into two. On this half of the screen, this is where we're going to write our programming. Our actual code is going to be over on this side of the screen. On the right side of the screen, this is what the result of our programs is going to be displayed. So over here, we're going to write some instructions, and over here, we're going to see what those instructions do. All right, so let's take a look at the assignment so we can get an idea of what we're expected to complete. So first, I'm going to sign into Replit and create a new Python project. Make sure to give it a name. I've done that, so we've already finished step one. And just by doing that, by the way, if we look at the rubric here, I can see that because my project has a name, I'm going to get 2 points on this assignment already. All right, 2 points down. Let's go get these other 8 points. So now step 2 is to add a comment with your name and a comment with the name of the project. So 2 total comment lines. So in Python, a comment is started with the hashtag or the octothorpe or the pound sign, whatever you want to call it. But this is how we start a comment. And notice my text has turned green. And I'm going to put my name, Mr. Storm. And then the next comment line, I will say, Hello World. So these comment lines, these basically are going to be ignored by our compiler. The compiler is the application that takes all of our code and converts it into something that our users can actually use. If I were to run this program at this point, it's going to try to do something with it, but nothing's going to happen. Notice that my output is now blank. There's nothing there. It's because it's ignoring these 2 lines. The reason why we use comments is so that other programmers can see notes that we've left for them. Okay, so let's actually output something onto the screen. Well, Python makes it extremely easy to put something into this window over here. All we have to do is type print, and then inside the parentheses, we basically just put what we want to print. And for this case, let's do hello world. I want to print the words hello world onto this console window here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit run and see if that works. And it does. Look, now it says, hello world. Okay, cool. We're already almost completely done with this assignment. If we look here, step 3 is to add 3 output statements, which say different things. So I already have 1 output statement. So now I need to add another 2. So I'm going to say print. This is fun. Okay. And yours can say anything you want, right? So, and we'll say print. I like computer programming. So now kind of imagine what this is going to what this is going to look like when I hit run. When I hit run, what do you think is going to show up on this console window? Hopefully, if you're paying attention, you know that it's going to say hello world. This is fun. I like computer programming. And if it says anything different, then we've done something wrong. And it looks like that's exactly what it says. Hello world. This is fun. I like computer programming. Now at this point, if I were to look at the rubric here, I've named my project. I have 2 comments in my project. I have 3 output statements in my project, and the program runs with no errors. Everything works exactly the way I expect it to. So at this point, I have full credit on this assignment. Now, if you want to practice with more print statements, you can add more print statements if you'd like. This is another output statement. Right? You can add more stuff to it. You can add more comments to it. You can play around with this as much as you want. As long as it meets those very basic requirements, then you're done. But we have to actually turn this in. So let's talk about how to turn in our assignment. So we have our assignment. It's perfect. I've done a little bit more than even what's required. So let's go ahead and turn it in. And I've run it and I've made sure that it actually works, and it does. So now to turn it in, I have to go to Start Assignment. And notice that I have this option here labeled Website URL. What I need to do is over here in Replit, there's a button that says Invite. If I click that, then I have this option here to generate a join link. I'm going to click that. Then I'm going to grab this link here, either by Control-C to copy it, or right-click and clicking Copy, or clicking this link button to copy. Then when I come back over to Canvas, I'm going to paste it directly into that. Now notice that whenever I put my cursor, let me try to see if I can replicate that. When I put my cursor in that box, it tried to suggest something. Do not click on this suggestion because this is trying to turn in an old project. This is not what I want to turn in. I actually want to paste in what I just copied. So either by Control V to paste, or right clicking and choosing the paste option. So right clicking and choosing paste. Those are your options. Make sure you're choosing the correct link. And it might even be worth it to compare, let's say, this string of characters here with this string of characters here in the link to make sure you've actually chosen the right program or the right project. Okay, now that I've done that, I can click Submit Assignment, and I am done with my work. So hopefully that was an easy explanation, a quick explanation of how to complete this assignment and make your first Python program. Please let me know if you have any questions. Don't worry if this was way too easy. It's going to get more complicated very soon, I promise. All right, I'll see you guys later. Let me know if you have any questions.